Welcome back to Module 5 of the course. In this module, we're going to be recapping the concepts we have covered so far: consonant digraphs, consonant blends, consonant clusters, vowel digraphs, and we will be introducing two new concepts, phonemes and graphemes. Enjoy! How comfortable are you now with vowel digraphs, consonant digraphs, consonant blends, consonant clusters? Are you comfortable? Vowel digraphs are important. Vowel digraphs can give the long vowel sound, the short vowel sound, or new sounds, depending on the other letters used, that is, the consonants and vowels used in spelling the word. For example, listen carefully for the long vowel sound in this word, eight. Think about the word eight. E-I-G-H-T. What long vowel sound are you hearing when I say the word eight? Eight. Is it the long A sound? E-I gives the long A sound in the word eight. How about deal? D-E-A-L. Deal. Deal. Are you hearing the long E sound? That's right. D-E-A-L has the long E sound in its pronunciation. How about pie? P-I-E, pie. You're hearing the long I sound. B-O-A-T, boat. Boat. O, the long O sound. C-L-U-E, clue. Clue. U, the long U sound. Now let's look at the short vowel sounds with the digraphs EA, UE, OU, and UI. Pleasant, pleasant. Do you remember the short vowel sounds? A, E, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. A, pleasant. Are you hearing the short E sound? That's right. Guess. G-U-E-S-S, guess. Again, the short E sound. Cousin. Cousin. Co. O. Cousin. C-O-U-S-I-N, cousin. The short U sound. Built. Built. B-U-I-L-T, built, the short I sound. So the digraphs E-A, U-E, O-U, and U-I gave the short vowel sounds for E, U, and I in those words. Let's look at some definitions. Phoneme and grapheme. A phoneme is any of the perceptually distinct units of sounds in a specified language that distinguishes one word from another. For example, P, B, D, T in words such as pad, pat, bad, bat. So the phoneme helps you to identify the distinctive sounds. Pad, P-A-D, sounds different from the word pat, P-A-T. Bad, B-A-D, sounds different from the word bat, B-A-T, simply because there are different phonemes in each word. A grapheme is the smallest meaningful, contrastive, or functional unit in a writing system that corresponds with a sound. This can be a single letter or sequence of letters, as in A, SH, AI, IGH, TCH. So whereas a phoneme is a particular distinctive letter sound, a grapheme, the smallest meaningful, contrastive, functional unit in a writing system that corresponds with a sound, can be a single consonant, a vowel, a digraph, or a blend. We have just discussed consonant blends, consonant digraphs, and vowel digraphs. So, a grapheme can be a single letter or a sequence of letters. So you may recall that we had defined a phoneme as any of the perceptually distinct units of sound in a specified language that distinguishes one word from another. For example, P, B, D, T in words such as pad, pat, bad, bat. And a grapheme, we had defined that as the smallest meaningful contrastive functional unit in the writing system that corresponds with a sound. This can be a single letter or a sequence of letters, as in SH, as in ship, AI, as in pale, IGH, as in high, TCH, as in scratch. So a phoneme is the smallest unit of spoken sound and is often the one thing that distinguishes one word from another. You realize that grapheme deals with writing and phoneme deals with sound. So the written letter is a grapheme and the sound is the phoneme. In most cases, there are many ways of representing a particular phoneme in the spelling of English words. But in most cases, there are multiple ways of representing a particular phoneme in English spelling. And the case of the letter X is an example. It is actually comprised of two phonemes or two sounds, K and S. X, X, K and S, giving the X, X sound. It is generally agreed that there are 44 phonemes in English. This includes, as we had mentioned earlier, your short vowel sounds, your long vowel sounds, digraphs. Remember what digraphs are? Two letters that together make one sound. And we discussed consonant digraphs as well as vowel digraphs and the CH and other digraphs that we had discussed. And single consonant sounds as well. OY and OU are also considered to be single phonemes as well. Linguistically, NG and AR, OR, ER, EAR, OAR, and the schwa are also phonemes. A single phoneme such as N may be represented by letters in numerous different ways, such as N in no, NN in winning, KN as in no, GN as in no, GNAW, or PN as in pneumonia, PNEUMONIA. Listen to the words now and you'll hear the emphasis on the N. No, winning, no, pneumonia. Although the spelling combination with the letter N differs in each word, you still hear that emphasis on the letter N. Phonemes can be presented using the International Phonetic Alphabet or by indicating a sound between slanted lines. Meaning is very much affected by differences in words of a single phoneme, which may differ only by whether it is voiced or unvoiced. Phonemic awareness, the ability to hear and manipulate individual sounds, is foundational to the development of literacy. Now let's look at graphemes. A grapheme is the smallest unit of a written language, whether or not it carries meaning or corresponds to a single phoneme. In different languages, a grapheme may represent a syllable or a unit of meaning, so a grapheme standing by itself may not necessarily have a specific meaning, though it could. Graphemes can include other printed symbols such as punctuation marks. Different types or fonts of a single letter are considered the same grapheme. In the English language, you'll frequently see another definition of grapheme: a letter or group of letters that represent a single phoneme. This is a term used more or less synonymously with phonogram. What is a phonogram? It's a letter theme or a symbol representing a vocal sound. Phonograms may be made up of one letter or letter themes. For example, the OUGH in thought, EIGH in eight, IGH in bright, the OW in cow. Those are phonograms. There are often numerous graphemes or phonograms that can represent a single phoneme. For example, the long A sound is a phoneme that can be represented by numerous graphemes, including AI, AY, EY, EI, EIGH, or AE. A single grapheme, such as EA, may represent 3 different phonemes. For example, the long E sound, the long A sound, or the short E. While English has 26 letters and 44 phonemes, there are approximately 250 graphemes. Let's talk about morpheme. This is the smallest basic unit of meaning within words that cannot be further divided. A base word might be a morpheme, suffix, prefix, or root word. A morpheme is the smallest linguistic part of a word that can have a meaning. In other words, it is the smallest meaningful part of a word. Examples of morphemes would be the parts on, break, and able in the word unbreakable. A morpheme is a speech element, therefore, having a meaning or grammatical function that cannot be subdivided into further such elements. That's according to collinsdictionary.com. Morphemes function as the foundation of language and syntax. So syntax is the arrangement of words and sentences to create meaning. Let's look at some morphemes. House, bed, book. These words cannot be made shorter than they already are, or they would stop being words or lose their meaning. That is, house cannot be split into HO and USE or HOU and SE. Bed cannot be split into BE and D and so on. But not all morphemes are words. S is not a word, but it is a morpheme. S shows plurality and means more than one. The word books is made up of 2 morphemes, book and S. The S indicates that you are dealing with the plural form of books. The letters SH, AI, IGH, TCH are graphemes. The word ghost, GHOST, contains 5 letters, 4 phonemes, and 4 graphemes, GH, O, S, and T. Ghost. Thank you for joining us for this module. We trust that you're finding learning to be interesting and fun. We invite you back for Module 6, when we will be looking at digraphs and silent letters.